Hi, I'm George Cox. Welcome to this edition of Talk of the Town, Vika, with Vika Sony.
Hi, George. How are you?
I'm good. So tell the people where we're coming to from today.
We're at Cucurbit Farms, and we're here with some scarecrows and a lot of great events to tell you about.
And tell us a little bit about these scarecrows. It's to benefit an organization. Tell us a little bit about that.
That's the National Alliance for Mental Illness, and they provide a lot of resources for people with mental illness. I actually got to interview a great lady at the Relay for Life, and she gave us a lot more information, so be sure to check that out.
And remember, you can drive down Parker Street and see all these great creations, all created by the community. Coming up on today's show, we have the Insolate groundbreaking at Nagog Park. What else?
We've got Witches Woods. We've got the Addams Family Local Production Theater 3. We've got a lot of great things coming up.
We've got a lot of great things coming up, so you better stay tuned, folks, for this edition of Talk of the Town.
Sony, and I'm here with Carrie. She's from the League of Women Voters, and ActonTV was at the Insulet Corporation groundbreaking at Nagog Park. Here are some highlights.
ActonTV was on hand at 100 Nagog Park in Acton for the groundbreaking of the Insulet Corporation. Shacey Petrovich, President and Chief Operating Officer, and Patrick Sullivan, Chairman of the Board and Chief Executive Officer, gave their thoughts about the day. The event featured key speakers, including the Governor of Massachusetts, Charlie Baker.
Great. We are so thrilled to be here today to celebrate our groundbreaking in the great town of Acton. We've been so warmly welcomed by the town here, and Insulet is absolutely thrilled to be creating jobs, investing, and growing in the great town of Acton. Thank you.
We're really excited about this groundbreaking ceremony here in Acton. We're very excited about building a world-class, state-of-the-art manufacturing facility to manufacture our Omni Pond device. And we're going to bring about 1,000 jobs to Acton and really want to be great partners and neighbors with the town of Acton. So thanks for welcoming us so warmly to your town. Over the next few years, we're investing more than $100 million in a state-of-the-art manufacturing facility, bringing more than 1,000 jobs to Acton, Massachusetts. Thank you, Acton. This new facility, which is off the side of the tent here, will hold multiple new manufacturing lines to meet our growing consumer demand, along with an innovation center dedicated to finding 21st century cures or solutions for Americans living with diabetes. The well-being of people living with diabetes is at the center of everything we do. Our goal is to ensure that everyone living with diabetes has access to the highest quality, most innovative treatment available. And that's why we're investing heavily in research and manufacturing capacity and the talent required to best serve patients. Access to that high-quality workforce is one of the main reasons why we're staking the future of our enterprise right here in Massachusetts, from innovation to manufacturing. Because if you're going to be on the leading edge of medical technology, you need to have manufacturing capacity capable of turning innovative ideas into scalable operations, delivering high-quality, reliable products to patients. The site we are on today will become our worldwide corporate headquarters and U.S. manufacturing operations. This 300,000 square foot facility will allow us to support an additional 200,000 Omnipod users. We're thrilled to increase our footprint in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, which we were proud to call home for nearly 20 years. And throughout the site selection process for this new plant, Governor Baker and his team were instrumental in helping us with this very important decision. The governor's commitment and leadership to our joint efforts has been very clear. He appreciates the growth opportunity of our business and the importance of investments like the one we are celebrating today to maintain the Commonwealth's leadership in the life sciences sector. And we are grateful to the Commonwealth for all it has done to support Insulate's continued success. We also appreciate the town of Acton welcoming us to be part of your community. We look forward to growing strong roots here and this being a fruitful partnership that will greatly benefit the local community. Insulate's ability to expand our manufacturing capacity and continue our mission is made possible by the performance and dedication of the Insolate team. I'm proud to be working alongside all of you to make this happen. Together, we will set a new standard of care of customer service, quality, and reliability for our potters and for all of our stakeholders. This is right on cue, guys. This is right on cue. Governor, you ready?
Born ready.
It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce the 72nd Governor of the state of Massachusetts. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Governor Charlie Baker.
We
caught an audible.
Thank you. I'm really sorry I missed the speaker before you.
Oh, the Omni Pond, yeah. You should hear her sing the national anthem. We can get you a tape.
She's a multi-tool player.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, good morning, everybody. I learned a hard lesson this morning, which is it's very hard to get from Swampscott to Acton. You're basically driving sideways through all of the traffic from eastern Massachusetts to here, but I'm very pleased to be here this morning, and I'm especially pleased because of the statement that this decision that Insulate's making about the Commonwealth and about this community and about, most importantly of all, the people who live and work in Massachusetts. I say to people all the time that a big part of our success as a Commonwealth, whether you're talking about economic policy or environmental policy or healthcare policy, is really in many respects driven by and a reflection of the quality of the people who live and work here. The Commonwealth is an enormously talent-rich community, just chock full of terrific people who bring all kinds of skills and capabilities and a real team-based approach to how they think about what they do every day, to solving problems and advancing ideas and products and technologies. And in this particular case here, we're talking about a company and an organization that has taken the whole notion of how to treat people who are dealing with diabetes to a whole new level. And I must say I'm really sorry I didn't get to hear the national anthem because it's not often you meet somebody who can come up and sing the national anthem, tell a patient story, and play at that kind of a level in a single event. And I just want to I don't know who they are here, but I want to make sure I just want to make sure we get a selfie before I leave, okay? So, seriously, I mean, but I'm here today mostly just to say how much we appreciate what you all do every day, but more importantly, the people you serve appreciate what you do. And the statement this makes about the Commonwealth is a really important one because it says yet again that this is a state that deserves its ranking as the #1 place to live and raise a family from U.S. News and World Report, that this is in fact the #1 innovation state in the country, as Bloomberg News stated, and this is in fact a truly wonderful and great place to start and build a technology company and a healthcare organization, and we are privileged to have you, and we look forward to your continued success here. Thank you very much.
For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Starting off the presentation with a beautiful rendition of the national anthem was a remarkable young girl, Alexis Benton Gannon, who is living with type 1 diabetes. She gave us her thoughts about living with the disease and how Insulet helped her change her life.
Well, the Omni Pond and the Insulet Corporation is it's such a game changer. You know, it really changes the way you look at type 1 diabetes and how it affects your daily lives. Instead of all the little pokes and all of the extra little things, you know, it just takes all that weight off, and it's amazing because it's also waterproof, and so I love swimming, and so it just lets me be free whenever I want and be a normal kid, and it's amazing. Well, my plan is to hopefully go to a good music and medical school, and I also want to continue my singing career and maybe look into the medical field because as one of my father is in the medical field, and I want to pursue the career, and I want to help other people, you know. So I think that's just a great thing to do. So.
Well, I'm standing in front of the Acton Fire Department Scarecrow, and I actually thought it was a real fireman climbing up a tree, so great job on that. Coming up next, we have the president of Theater 3 with Patrick Snow at the studio to talk about the local production of the Addams Family.
Hi, this is Patrick Snow for Talk of the Town. I have the pleasure to be sitting down today with Ed Knights, who is the president of Theater 3 right here in Acton. Ed, for anybody who's learning about this place for the first time, could you just give us a really quick introduction? What is Theater 3?
Theater 3 is the big community theater in Acton, and it's been there for 70 years. It's located in the old Universalist Church building, which is right next to the fire station in West Acton. It's 501c3, meaning that it's a charitable organization, and it's got community folks on the board that runs it, and it does about 3 shows a year.
And you guys do plays, musicals, very serious material, very lighthearted material, and this fall you're putting on the Addams Family, the musical.
Yes, coming soon to a theater near you.
Yes.
The Addams Family goes up this Friday, the 13th, appropriately.
Friday the 13th.
You know, it's a show that's
Perfect.
Based on Charles Addams' cartoon characters, and basically it's
and the television show and the movies, which some people might be more familiar with. Yeah.
And it was on Broadway. It's won a number of awards, and now we're doing it, so you can see it without having to pay through the nose to go.
Awesome. So what's it been like with this show going up? I know you're the president of Theater 3. You didn't direct this one in particular, but what would you say the energy has been around what's exciting about doing the Addams Family, especially right in October?
Well, it's very appropriate that it's happening around Halloween time. In fact, we're actually offering prizes to people who wear costumes to opening night this Friday. So
cool.
Little gift bags to anybody who comes in a costume.
Oh, cool. And for opening night only?
Only for opening night.
Okay.
And if you're wearing something elaborate on your head, that will have to come off once you're in the audience so the people behind you can see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so it should be an interesting evening for everybody.
Cool.
So it's a show that's a lot of fun, and it's got kids in it, it's got adults in it, up to various ages.
So what would you say the age range is for this? Is there a minimum age range, or is this like literally anyone, whole family?
I would say that probably like 7 or 8 on up would be reasonable for children and adults. There are kids in it that are young as well. So
perfect.
Yeah, and it's funny, and it's basically the idea is here's this evil family, and the daughter Wednesday Addams is getting married to someone from a normal family, and so they invite the normal family over for dinner, and you can imagine that it's interesting.
Sounds great. It's such a perfect thematic musical for this time of year. I can tell just how much fun you all have had putting it together. I really think it's like the perfect Halloween activity for this time of year in Acton.
Sure, and it's a good example of group art because you've got costuming.
Sure, right.
I mean, there are the ancestors, including caveman. And,
you've probably got like
conquistador and
50 people at least involved in the production with the crew and the extras. extras, and yeah.
There's
Wow.
20 on the stage, and then you have the costume expert that happens to be my wife,
Oh, cool.
who's doing the costuming, the makeup, lighting, sound. It's dangerous for me to start listing because I might leave somebody out, but
Right. And if anyone is watching this and is interested in being involved in that, what would be their first step?
Oh, if they contact theater3.org, theatriii.org, that's a great way to say, look, I'm interested. Also, they can.
And you can put in whether or not you want to be an actor, singer,
right.
technical person,
Exactly.
or just an extra, a small part.
Usher, come for free
Okay,
if
cool.
you're an usher.
Oh, cool.
So yeah,
Cool. Nice.
and we're, it's a community-based organization. So
Great.
and
And the same website, Theater3, theater with an REIII.org is where people can go for information on tickets and
Right.
the various show times. So it's going up
Absolutely.
on October 13th. And how long
Yes.
does it play for?
It's going for 3 weekends with a matinee the second weekend.
Okay, cool.
yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'll definitely be there, Ed, and thanks for sitting down and talking to me about this today.
It's a pleasure. Look forward to it.
Hey, did you know there's a new senior center in town and it's bigger and better than ever? Here's board member Michael Choten with an update.
Hi, I'm Michael Choten from Acton's Council on Aging Board, and I'm here to tell you about a few of the activities coming up this month at our brand new senior center located at 30 Sudbury Road, just off of Route 62, which is 2 miles south of the former center. If you are 60 or older, consider yourself invited to stop by for a tour anytime Monday through Friday between 8 and 5. The new center is bigger and beautiful and is getting rave reviews. Come and see for yourself. We have 2 open houses scheduled this month. We are inviting all Acton to come to the center on Monday, October 30th from 1 to 4 p.m. You can take a tour of the place and learn about many of the activities that we offer. We'll be serving light refreshments with an official ribbon cutting at 2 o'clock. If you work during the day, we will be opening our doors for an open house on the evening of Thursday, October 12th. We'll be serving pizza and salad from 5 to 6:30, followed by a program on mindfulness. The new center has plenty of room for everyone, so there is no longer a need to sign up for activities, including more than a dozen exercise classes that range from gentle chair exercises that work on your flexibility, all the way to lively aerobic routines. We also have some great speakers lined up this month. You can get more details on these activities in our COA Senior Bulletin. Whatever you choose to do, get out and enjoy yourself. I'm Michael Choten for Acton's COA Board.
It's just about Halloween in New England again, and that means Witches Woods is open in Westford at Nashoba Valley Ski Area. I know George went behind the scenes, so George, can you tell us a little bit about it?
You know, it is such an amazing process because the actors go through hours of makeup just to put on this show every night. And we had a chance to talk to Pam Fletcher, the marketing director, about what goes on behind the scenes, so stay tuned.
Absolutely.
George here for Talk of the Town. Once again, we are at Witches Woods at Nashoba Valley Ski Area in Westford with Pam Fletcher. And as you can see behind us, they are getting ready to make some scares tonight. Tell us what's going on.
Well, this is where it all happens. This is the makeup room, and we put out over 150 actors a night here at Witches Woods. The transformation itself takes about an hour to get everybody out there all ready to go. And what's really interesting about this is a lot of the actors have their own costuming and they have their own makeup, so they actually do the applications themselves. You'll see there's many different stations where there's airbrushing, there's blood, there's all kinds of creepy stuff. Latex, George, you've done this before.
I have done this before, and I was here earlier, and there's like a line that goes outside the building. It's kind of like a like piece by piece, you know, where they do the transformation.
It has to be. So they go in different stages depending on where you're working in Witches Woods. You'll be done up in different ways. For example, the 3D people, they will be doing their 3D paints because they're only 3D paint in 3D. And then outside in Vampire Passage, they have their own costuming. The Haunted Hayride, etc. They all have different types of costuming that they're putting on tonight.
And last year, we caught up with Pam being transformed into Gula the Vampire. So stay tuned for that, and we'll be back with more coverage of Witches Woods.
Witches Woods features live stage shows, a full carnival midway, New England's largest haunted hayride, and the new attraction, Vampire Passage. I was standing outside Jack-O-Lantern Jamboree with Pam Fletcher to tell you about all the attractions at Witches Woods.
We are standing in front of Jack-O-Lantern Jamboree right next to Horrorwood, which is actually one of my favorite attractions. If you haven't seen it, you've got to come down here to Witches Woods. We also have Vampire Passage, Castle Morbid. You've got the largest haunted hayride in New England. Tell us about that.
You know, George, it's 17 and a half minutes long, and this year's theme is like back in the 80s summer day camp, and it's got a fabulous legend, and it is creepy. Remember those stories you tell around the campfire? Well, basically, some of those horrible stories come to life.
And we did a quick tour of Castle Morbid, which it seemed like the theme was like death. It looked like the raptors were ready to get people.
Well, morbid is probably the key word there, George. You know, the actors really make this whole thing come alive. You know, when they come out at you from behind corners and around different precipices, it's just frightening. You never know where an actor is going to be and how it might pop out at you. We take pride in the fact that the actors really make these attractions come alive.
And what's really cool this year, for the price of a ticket, that also includes all the midway rides, which is really good.
Yeah, I mean, you get to go with a ride band included in the price of the ticket. You can have unlimited carnival rides, which is a nice little kicker because it definitely increases the value of the ticket price. Now, George, one of my favorites is Nightmare Mansion. I know you've been in there a few times. And what does that feel like?
It feels like there's something around the corner ready to grab you at any moment. So it just scares you so much. You walk and, you know, and what's really scary this year is clowns. With the new It movie, you know, clowns are getting a bad rap, but they're really scary here. You have a 3D clown.
It's called 3D's Keeper's Crypt, where they have 3D paint on the actors and on all the scene sets. And so things really feel like they're coming right at you. And when they come out of a corner or from behind something, it is very creepy. Clowns creep me out anyway, so George, you really have to experience it.
One of my favorite attractions is Vampire Passage. Tell us, where the night has fangs. Tell us about that.
Well, new to us last year, as you know. I mean, it is a horrifying walk in the woods. It is very, very creepy. I mean, the perspective when you're out in the woods and you have so much depth and you can see things from afar and you don't know where or who's going to come around what corner. It has definitely been a wonderful attraction for us here at Witches Woods, and it really gives you a different perspective of what it's like to walk in a creepy wooded setting.
Excellent. Well, if people want more information, where can they go?
You go to witcheswoods.com and you can find information on tickets, discounted tickets, group rates, and you can learn more about all of our attractions here at Witches Woods. And you can also, after you experience Witches Woods, George, you can head up to the Outlook Restaurant and Lounge, which I think George and I are going to do pretty soon here.
I think we need to do that soon. So if you want to get a good scare on, come down to Witches Woods here at Nashoba Valley Ski Area in Westford.
witcheswoods.com.
So I'm Kelsey and this is Antonio, and we are Global Wines. We're based in Framingham, Massachusetts, and we're an importer and distributor of quality wines from around the world.
Here we have the selection is our Prosecco. It's a Borgo del Collo Alto. It's a Prosecco DOC from Italy. It's perfect for any occasion and for a holiday season.
We're at True West Brewing Company, located in Acton, Massachusetts, 525 Massachusetts Avenue. We have brewery on site. The four that we have here today are the Colonial Gold, the Pumpkin Riot, which is a pumpkin ale, spiced ale, Ruckus IPA, which is our top seller, and the Brown Bess, which is our American Brown Ale.
I'm Deborah O'Kelly, and our business is Golden Girl Granola. We make it in Shirley, Mass, and the thing that makes our granola special is that it's crunchy, wholesome, and delicious. We sell in a lot of local stores. You'll find us in a lot of the Whole Foods, Donnellan's, Crosby's, small specialty stores, and Roach Brothers.
Concord Tea Cakes is a bakery located in West Concord. Today we brought with us our lavender lemonade cupcakes and a peppermint crunch chocolate cupcake.
You see we have some beautiful cake designs that we can do for you upon request. So come on down, check out our dessert menu, and place your order.
The Outlook Restaurant at Nashoba Valley Ski Area. We do functions both for winter when we might be out there snowboarding or snow tubing, and then the Outlook Restaurant and Lounge can cater your event. We specialize in steaks, seafood, and pasta. We do cocktail parties, luncheons, and dinners. Hope to see you there or out on the slopes at Nashoba Valley Ski Area at the Outlook Restaurant.
We are from the Curry House, the new upcoming restaurant in Chelmsford. We'll be located in 313 Littleton Road. This is our second location. The first one is in Franklin. Check us out in the www.thecurryhouse.com for more details and opening dates. Looking forward to serve you. Thank you.
I'm Vika Soni, and I'm here with...
Daniel Pyle.
And do you work at Cucurbit Farm?
I do.
Do you own it, or do you just work here?
It's my family's farm. I'm the 5th generation.
Wow, how do you like working here?
It's awesome, I love it.
Oh, great. So can you tell us a little bit about the Scarecrow Competition?
So it's a fundraiser for a mental health organization, NAMI, and it's $25 to enter, and different families and organizations come and pick up a little kit to make the Scarecrow out of. And yeah, so far we have 60 entries this year, so yay.
Wow, how long have you guys been hosting it?
This is the second year.
Second year, wow. And so what generally comes in the kits?
It's just the little wooden stand thing. So it's like a wooden cross, and they just build around that.
That's awesome. So how do you guys judge who's the winner of the Scarecrow Competition?
It's by popular vote. We have a little voting ballot out there, ballot box.
That's awesome. Did you guys participate as well?
No.
Well, who came up with the idea? Did NAMI approach you, or did you guys approach them? I mean, how did that all get started?
I think it was my aunt who approached NAMI and gave them the idea, and they were like, sure. So.
Awesome. Well, what's your personal favorite Scarecrow this year?
Mine is the lobster out there. I think his name is Matthew.
And if people wanted some more information about this, where could they go to find that?
Cucurbitfarm.com.
Thank you so much. Vika Soni here with my co-host,
George Cox.
All right, and we're here at Cucurbit Farms, and we'd like to say a big thank you for letting us film here, and we'd like to say thank you to NAMI for everything that they do, and for these beautiful scarecrows and the great competition that they host. George, tell us a little bit about what we saw here today.
Well, if you want to come and make a donation, they have mailboxes out front. It's right here on Parker Road. They have some great scarecrows that are created by the community. We want to thank you for watching today, and remember, if you have a show idea, you can drop us a line at
ActonTV.org.
And we're always looking for volunteers. I'm George Cox for Talk of the Town. We'll see you again next time. Hi, I'm George Cox for Talk of the Town with
Vika Soni!
Where are we?
We're at Cucurbit Farms, and I'm a cat.
This is what you do in cable access. Not only are you the host, but you're also the cameraman when you have to be.
I think it's fun.
I think it's fun too.
Yeah. Ride is one of the top features here.
What was that?